Well, hey there, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we are going to talk about how to sing with emotion. And so hopefully I'm going to be nice and emotional here. Can you imagine if I'd said, hey there, YouTube. Today we're going to talk about how to sing with emotion. Boring. So we don't want to sing like that, right? So I've got some tips for you on how to really sing with authentic emotion. Not phoning it in, not faking it, not pretending like you are having emotion or pretending like you feel it, but actually authentic emotion. And this video was inspired by a voice teacher reaction video I did on Nightwish and their song, The Greatest Show on Earth. And the singers are Jansen and Hietala. And I hope I'm saying his name somewhere correctly. Bass player, phenomenal singer. And anyway, the emotion these two have together and that song is it's just beyond this earth. It's unbelievable. And so that really inspired me to talk about singing with emotion, which is so vital and so important, and those two do so unbelievably well. And if you really think of any of the singers that you like or that you listen to or that have made it, they've got their own style and they sing with passion, they sing with emotion. And I can guarantee that that's true. So let's get on with it. Hi, I'm Mike Goodrich, creator of the Inner Singer podcast and Inner Singer singing programs and all things Inner Singer. Hey, singing is an inside job, right? From the inside out. So, and that basically is where the emotion comes from. So let's talk about that. How to sing with emotion. The first thing that we need to sing with emotion is we need to believe what we're saying. We need to understand the lyric. We need to believe what we're saying. We need to know why we're saying it. We need to know to whom we're saying it. We need to have an intention behind saying it. We have to have an outcome that we're wanting or desiring. And what are the stakes? What are the stakes in this conversation that we're having? A song is a story. A song is a conversation. Now, this is really easy, or let's say easier, with a song. I'm not going to say easy, but it's much easier with a song like The Greatest Show on Earth, Nightwish, or a musical theater song. Because in musical theater, a song takes you from one place in the story to another place in the story. So it moves the plot line. It moves the story line. So that's a lot easier because you're kind of given that information within the context of the musical or the script. Now, pop songs can be a little bit more challenging if they're not a story song. You look at the old song, The Rose, gorgeous song, unbelievable lyric. I use that as an example many, many times when I'm giving master classes or teaching or speaking or even doing videos because the lyric is poetic and it's so gorgeous and it means something. So you have a song like that, easy. U2, their songs, unbelievable. Great stories, great lyrics. Bono, great lyricist. Sting, same thing. But some pop songs are a little bit more challenging. They don't necessarily have a story in them. So with a pop song that doesn't necessarily have a story in it, you have to kind of look at the entire song and ask yourself, what is the main feeling being conveyed in that song? And if I were to sing that song, what am I trying to accomplish here? What feeling do I have when I sing it? And what am I trying to convey? What kind of a state can I get myself in to sing this song? Let's take like an old, I don't know why the song Britney Spears popped into my mind, who I really used to like years and years ago, Britney Spears, her songs like Oops, I Did It Again or Ooh Baby Baby or whatever the names of them were. And, she's dancing well and doing all this kind of, great. And, these are not really story songs that take a plot from here to there, but they're really great, catchy pop songs, and they were really, really cool. So, and why was she so successful? And I don't know the lyric. I can't even think of the lyric to that song, but I know the overall feel of, like, let's say, Oops, I Did It Again, which is probably a song that everybody has heard and kind of can sort of remember. And even if you can't, it doesn't matter, because I'll get on with this fast. It's mainly just a point I'm making. And the point is this. In that song, if it's not a lyric that is a story from here to there, she could get herself, now I don't know Britney Spears, but let's imagine somebody's covering that song, right? You say, okay, what state do you get yourself in? What are you trying to convey? What's going on? To me, the song is kind of very flirtatious. So the intent that the singer would have behind the song could be, I'm just going to flirt. And I'm going to play with this a little bit, Oops, I did it again, right? So how could you practice that? You take the lyric away from the music. And this is a thing that I have done for many, many, many years, and learned it in musical theater, and teach it to many, many people. Surprising how many people have never done this and don't know it. But this is one of the greatest exercises you can do. And that's to take the lyric away from the music, and you have to know the lyric. You have to have memorized it and know the lyric. And then treat it like a monologue. And just tell the story. And ask yourself these things. Who am I speaking to? Specifically. Why am I saying these words? Is there an outcome that I'm looking for? And what is my intention here? And what I mean by that is this. Let's just take, let's just take a song like The Rose. I know I kind of got away from the Britney Spears song real fast, but I'm thinking maybe a lot of you don't know it. And besides, I just wanted to make that one point, that in a song that doesn't necessarily have a story, if you get into the actual feeling of the song, and my intention in this song is to flirt, and so you're just kind of flirting and having fun with the song. My intention with this song is to convince. My intention with this song is to persuade. My intention with this song is to comfort. See, and that can take you a long way, because if you believe what you're saying, you understand what you're saying, you know who you're saying it to, and then you have the intention, all of a sudden, this isn't you just singing a song. This is you having a conversation that's intimate, authentic, and real, and you know why. So now let's get back to our song, The Rose. Everybody probably knows this lyric. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Some say love, it is a hunger and an endless aching need. I can't do it unless I'm doing the melody. I say love, it is a flower, and you, it's only seed. Okay, cool. So that's the first verse. Gorgeously poetic, right? So my example, if I were to sing that song, here's how I would break that down and help me get into the emotion of the piece. I would imagine my son, who is now 13, as 5 or 6. I could imagine him at 13. It would work. But let's just take it back a few years. And so let's say that it's the first time he's had his feelings hurt, or he was really, really disappointed about something, really sad. And let's say, okay, I'm going to use the lyric of this song to have a conversation with my son and comfort him. So my intention is to comfort. I'm very specific with who I am singing to or having this conversation with. I'm very specific on why I'm having the conversation. I'm very specific on the outcome I want. I want him to feel better. I want to be a really good parent and comfort him. I want him to understand life better. So I'm wanting to move the story of his life from I'm really disappointed and sad and my heart's broken to, oh, I'm in a better place and I have a new perspective and I can see this a little differently. So, and that's the intention I want. So all of a sudden, the song comes alive because I am infusing my intent. I am expressing my feeling. I am expressing my real, raw, authentic emotion. And I'm using the lyrics of the song as a tool to express this very personal intimacy about myself to my son. Okay? And again, in a song like The Greatest Show on Earth, a musical theater song, it's a lot easier to do. In a pop song that isn't so lyrically, let's say, rich, then we come up with the one overall arching feeling of the song, and we get ourselves into that intent of what is my intention for singing this. It may just be having fun. It may be I'm trying to convince, persuade. I'm trying to whatever, okay? But let's get back to the rose. So all of a sudden, this lyric comes alive. And if I'm saying, some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, let's say he's just had his heart broken. Let's make it now. Let's say he's had his feelings hurt by a girl that he likes and doesn't like him. And then so you're saying that, a lot of people are kind of say that, love really, really hurts. Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Whoa, okay, pretty dramatic. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. Boy, that's getting a little heavy. Some say love, it is a hunger, a never-endless need, or never-ending, whatever it is. I say love, it is a flower, and you, its only seed. Now, do you see how that all of a sudden that lyric starts coming to life? Say, wow, okay. So some people say, oh, it's just awful. It's like a river that drowns. It's a razor that cuts. It's a never-ending hunger. But I say it's a flower, and you are its only seed. So can you see that if you go to sing that you're not going to go, if you've done that kind of work, and you've got that kind of a personalization, you know who you're singing it to, you know who you're having this conversation with, why you're having it, what the stakes are, what the outcome is, you know all of that, your intention. Can you see how you're not going to go, some say love, it is a... See how you're not going to do that? Because you're going to see the person as you're singing. So if you're standing up in front of an audience and you're singing, and there could be thousands of people in the audience, but you're still communicating to the one person in your intention, in your personalization. And so there could be 50,000 people in the audience, and you're having a conversation. I'm having a conversation with my son, and I'm saying, some say love, it is a river. And I won't sing the whole song, but you get the idea, and you're just telling that story. A hunger, a never-ending need. But I say love, right? It is. And things shift. And it's just like having a conversation. You say, boom, 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 these three things, this person says it's a river, this person says it's a razor, this person says it's a hunger that never ends, but I say, shift, right, in energy? I say, it's a flower, and you are its only seed. You see how that changes? And you work that, and you work that, and you work the lyric, and you work the song, and you work those things that I've talked about, and you believe it. And you feel it, and it's authentic, and it's real, because you've now made it real to yourself. How are you not going to sing with emotion at that point? And by the way, the more you do that, the less you think about your voice, the less you're nervous, the less you don't have confidence, because now your entire focus is on the conversation you're having, the intention you have, what you're saying, what you're feeling, what you're singing, and all of a sudden the emotion is authentic and is totally just there. It's nothing you have to fake, think about, what am I going to do with my hands? What am I going to do with this? None of that. Because do I think about that now? No, I'm just having a real conversation with you. I'm not thinking about what I'm doing with my hands or my legs or my mouth or who cares, right? And that's exactly how you'll be on stage when you're singing. If you believe what you're saying this much, do you think that Flora, Jansen, and Marco are thinking about their voice? You think they're thinking about anything? You think they're nervous? They're communicating a story, and it's passionate. You think Bono's thinking about when he's singing Pride in the Name of Love? You think he's thinking about, I hope my voice works? No, they're conveying an emotion. They're telling a story. They're having a conversation. Anyway, enough said about all that. So if you do these things, you will really, honestly, start becoming head and shoulders above any other singers. Because I can guarantee you, I've been doing this for 30 years. There are so many people that don't take the time to do this. They pick up a song, they barely know the words, they kind of sing it, they try and add some emotion, they riff around with phony, thinking that means something. It doesn't. It's got to be authentic. If those riffs and runs don't come from an authentic emotion, you're wasting your time. Don't even do it. It's just filler. It's like dead air. I know I get on a little bit of a soapbox about this, but you got to feel. You got to feel. You got to sing with emotion. You got to sing with passion. Otherwise, don't bother. So you got to know, who am I singing to? Why am I saying these words? What's the outcome? What's the intention? What are the stakes? What if my intention is to persuade? And what if this doesn't work? What are the stakes? Get into it. Make this real. Okay? All right. Enough said. Thanks for sticking with me. So I hope you enjoyed this. I've got some I got to tell you, they're really, really good and they're not on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube. But there is a free video series that I have, a singing accelerator series. I really recommend you go get it. Why not? It's free. It's great. There's 3 20-minute videos. One is about performance. One is about technique, the magic of vowels. You got to have great vowels. And the other is about mindset. Singing in the brain, which I've done a tremendous amount of study on. If you don't have that, and I'm going to do some videos on that. If you don't have that, boy, it's very tough. And I've got an eBook as well. The 5 biggest mistakes that singers make while singing in their mix or belting and how you can avoid them. And that's really good as well. I'm blowing my own horn. Look at this. I usually don't do that. But anyway, I'm doing it now. Anyway, there's some related videos around here somewhere. Actually, that will be in a second. Let me first say, please subscribe. If you like videos like this, subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Comment. I love all of your comments. You guys are so amazing at the comments and how helpful you are to me. I just really am grateful. Thank you so much. And thumbs up if you like it. So there you go. Videos floating around here somewhere to be that I will recommend. They're mine. I recommend them. Go watch them. Okay. So, and sing with emotion, for goodness sake. Passion, emotion. Yeah, just get out there and do it. Okay? See ya.